in today's video, I'm going to be taking you into the heart of the Medina here in Marrakech. You can't just put your hat out and demand cash from me now. We're going to be exploring some of the most famous souks that you have to explore whilst in Marrakech. Wow. And we're also going to be visiting the Ben Youssef Mosque, which is one of the most iconic sites here in Marrakech. So make sure you stick around for this one. Let's get into it. Good morning. We're starting with a beautiful breakfast at our lovely Riad, the Riad Adore. There's also this lovely upstairs area, which I guess gets way more use in the wintertime because it is very, very hot up here right now in the summer months. We're currently here in August. But yeah, it's been nice. Got a very action-packed, busy day ahead because what are we doing?
Go do the souks.
Souks.
Followed by a mosque.
Ben Youssef Mosque, the Secret Garden. Lots of very, very exciting things that you must do as well when you are here. So first step is to finish this breakfast and head out. Bye-bye! Okay, so to figure out where we're going, using maps.me, Ben Youssef Mosque gives you a beautiful route using compass. So look at that. So it seems everyone has set up shop, and every single road you walk down, you see these extra little courtyards that lead to other places where people are selling more things. There's artwork over there. You can get plenty of things, including clothes, all sorts. So our first walk down the souks has taken us through the leather area where you can see all the craftsmen laying out and organising their leather wares. We've actually got leather that's out to dry here on the road in the sun, ready to be prepared later. There's people that are making shoes and all sorts.
How cool are these balls? Gotta say, these are actually amazing.
I definitely like seeing how everyone is actually making their own leather goods. It goes to show the craftsmanship that actually goes into it. You can book a tour as well through these souks, but personally I actually think the value is just getting lost and wandering through them yourself. Tell us about what this is.
It says on there.
It says on there? I'm asking you, not...
I don't know, I'm not that. The Almoravid Qubba.
Okay, never mind. So this is something beside the Ben Youssef Mosque, which I believe is where the Muslims wash before they go into the mosque.
Yeah, it was built in the 11th century.
Built in the 11th century. Okay, she's just reading off
Where
the...
they do their ablutions, ready when they walk into the mosque to do their prayer.
Exactly that.
And worship.
So inside the courtyard of the Madrasa Ben Youssef, which I've got to say is absolutely stunning when you get here and you actually see the architectural craftsmanship that's gone into this place, especially the tiling like you can see here. It is so, so beautiful, and the cedar wood. Definitely wander around, take it in a bit. Try to imagine that the crowds aren't here, because that is the only thing that's throwing me off a little bit, especially in busy season in the summer months. It's super busy, there's people everywhere, but still it doesn't take away from the fact that it is absolutely stunning in this courtyard with this little bit of water in the center, which is supposed to act as a sort of cooling mechanism for the area. But this was a education center for students to recite the Quran in past times. Now I guess it just acts as a sort of museum for travelers like myself and you guys to just come and experience this bit of Moroccan culture. Definitely a highlight of this trip to Marrakech so far. And these are the student rooms. There's 54 rooms where the students used to live on the ground floor and around 80 on the upper floors. Really, really beautiful. I actually wouldn't mind living here as long as it's got good Wi-Fi. And I've got to say the audio guide for an extra 30 dirham is really, really useful, because otherwise I would not have a clue what I'm looking at. So definitely worth picking up one of those as well. But of course, if you guys do want to book a tour guide, I'll also leave a link in the video description for one that I can trust.
What's up there?
Is it mezzanine?
Go on,
where you
then.
sleep?
Wow, this is pretty cool. So it's like a double room. You got a room downstairs, then you got the mezzanine up here. Not bad. Now we're walking back through the souks Just be aware that when you do want to take a photo, or if you do want to go into one of the shops, they will always just say to you, yeah, just to look, don't worry, you don't have to buy anything. But once you're inside, they will use that to their advantage to get you to buy something. I'm not speaking on behalf of every single shopkeeper, but a lot of them will use that tactic, that once you're in there, they will make you feel uncomfortable unless you buy something off them. We got our very own Moroccan tea set for 2 to 3 people. The original price that we quoted was $5.50, and I said, best I can do is 200. And then as I was leaving, he said, deal. Goes to show, if you give them a price less than half of what they originally quote, that's more realistic.
So which souk is this?
Look around you. So you've got all the vegetables.
Yeah, where the locals come to source their own produce.
And then hopefully we'll find the butcher's alley.
That is because there's basically a different souk for every different thing. You've got the vegetable souks, the leather making souks, the arts and crafts souks, the carpet souks. Every different kind of souk you can imagine is here. To get anywhere in the Medina, the chances are you will at some point be walking through the souks. But don't consider that you visiting the souks. You need to dedicate an actual afternoon like we are right now just to take it all in and to look through each of the individual shops selling all the really cool things.
What is this?
So you will see this little scrub everywhere, and this is what's actually used in the authentic hammams. So if you're going to get one of those and you want it authentically, this is the stuff that's going to be rubbed on your skin.
So they apply that first, and then they add the water and do the scrub. This loosens all the scales, and they leave it on for a few minutes, like 5-10 minutes. So it loosens it, makes it easier to scrub the top layer off.
So what is this spice?
Ras al-Hanout, who's in Morocco.
Oh wow, that smells
Tajin,
amazing.
couscous,
So you
brochette,
use this for tagines?
Tajin, couscous, brochette, kebab.
So if you guys want to get all your local ingredients for your authentic Moroccan dishes, this is the place to do it.
Saffron flour, king of spices.
The most expensive.
No, in your country, but in Morocco, very cheap.
So how much is this in Morocco?
1 gram, 40 dirham.
In the UK, how much is it?
A lot. It's very expensive.
So 1 gram will be about
Euro
2
mile in your
quid.
country.
Get a few strands.
Nigella.
Nigella, black seed.
And
Good
this.
for anti-stress.
Can I try?
You crush it.
Yeah.
And after.
Wow. It's your turn to try it. Wow. So there you
I will
go.
keep this, my friends.
Thank you very much. This is my souvenir. Whew. And after making your way through all the souks, you'll end up in el-Fnaa, which is the main square, which really comes to life at night time. And right now, it is still busy by my standards. It is pretty crazy, but at night time, it is going to be even crazier. And if you can hear, these guys that sell the juices are always nagging you to come to their stands. You can hear him in the background just yelling at me to grab some juice from him. But they all sell the same juices, so, you know, come to this area if you are thirsty and you fancy some fresh juice. But we're hungry, we're gonna get some food. Let's find a restaurant. It is lunchtime and we've come to a restaurant called Tajin Darna, which has this lovely rooftop area as well, which overlooks the el-Fnaa square, and we're able to see all the hustle and bustle and craziness without being hounded by people to take a photo with their monkey, take a photo with their snake, which there is a lot of that down there. So you've got to be really cautious. If you ever end up being roped into that and will be expected to pay, be aware of that, be a bit more cautious as well when you are down there. But I'm just glad we're up here and we're able to observe it from the relaxation of this rooftop with a drink and some food on the way. This dish right here is absolutely delicious. It's on a crepe base with some delicious chicken cooked the authentic Moroccan way with some spices, and it is really, really delicious. I'm loving the variety in some of this Moroccan cuisine that we've been having this trip. And since we've had such a good experience at this restaurant, we're actually going to come back this evening to see the hustle and bustle and the craziness of el-Fnaa at night, because I just think it's so intriguing to see how it looks during the day, but also when everything gets going and all the crowds appear. They don't serve alcohol here though, so bear that in mind. We are just going to come for some Moroccan tea, and I'm really looking forward to this coming back tonight. But now I'm tired and I think we need to start heading back. And welcome to Jardin Secret. This is the oldest jardin, isn't it? But it is definitely a lovely bit of respite from the craziness of Marrakech to come and just wander through these beautiful gardens. You're surrounded by fig trees, olive trees. There's some lime here, is it? And it's designed to represent paradise in the Islamic religion. But definitely something to come and check out, and one of my favorite gardens in Marrakech. After a few hours of relaxing and recharging at the hotel, it is now time for a lovely evening at the square to check out what that looks like at night time and see how that compares to earlier on at the same place. We're heading over there now, walking through these souks and trying not to stop and spend more money.
I quite like that.
I like that as well. It's a bit of memorabilia from your trip to Morocco. So Mum has unfortunately lost her sunglasses case, so we've come to a authentic leather shop in order to try and source an alternative.
Thank you very much. See how long it is before I lose this one.
And it is now 8:15, so I think we've missed the sunset because we failed the mission of not spending any money or buying anything. But we are going to make our way over to this restaurant now, the Rooftop, in order to enjoy what is left and to see el-Fnaa at night.
We've been here nearly 20 minutes and nobody's taken my drinks order yet.
I mean, this is probably one of the better restaurants as well in this area of the Medina, but we have been here for 20 minutes and nobody's even taken our drinks order yet. We've been given the menus, and the only thing that's keeping us here, I think, are these incredible seats. We've got this amazing view of el-Fnaa, and we can see all the hustle and bustle going on right now. All the crowds are gathering, all of the cobras, the dancers, the live act, and just absolute craziness that's happening down there. It is so unique and interesting to witness, and honestly, I think it's worth it, even though we have been here for 20 minutes, just to see everything and experience it at least once. But if you want these best seats in the house, make sure you do book, request one of these tables before sunset to see everything as it happens. Okay, change of plan. We've been in this restaurant for 25 minutes. Nobody asked us for a drink even, so we're gonna bail. It was worth it though for the views and to see the beautiful colors at night, but we're going to somewhere else. I have never in my life seen so many people in one place at one time. This is chaotic, but I kind of like it. Lots of noises, lots of random smells of spices, nuts, all sorts, things cooking. It's making me hungry. And an incredible view of Kutubia Mosque. So my mind's changed a little bit about this place. Like, all I'm doing is getting my camera out, videoing the experience, videoing things that I'm seeing, and out of nowhere you get random people just running up to you saying, "You got video camera, give me money," with their hat out, asking for cash. It's like, you've not even shown me anything. You can't just put your hat out and demand cash from me now. Yeah, I don't like that kind of pressure that they put on you. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit scammy, and you've got to be aware of that. Like, if they put their hat out and ask for money, just say no and walk away and just be like, nah, that's my boundary. I'm not paying you money for nothing. Like, fair enough if you did a whole performance and I was recording the whole thing, but it's unacceptable. Wow, so we just agreed on $150 for a horse and carriage to take us to our restaurant, which is about a 20-minute walk otherwise, about a 5-minute drive in a cab, but this is pretty cool. This is a nice experience.
And it's cool. Oh, we've done everything now. Camels, quads, and
horses. Horse and carriage. So cool. This is way more fun than I ever expected it would be. I guess we just assumed that it was just going to be crazy expensive, but 150 dirhams for a journey which would take us 20 minutes to walk. I think that's a pretty good deal and a really unique experience. Thank you. Shukran. And just like that, we are back after what was an unbelievable evening at Palais Jad Mahal. That is the photo that we got, as you've seen from all that footage from before. It was so much fun, so immersive. The food was okay. I had a authentic Moroccan dish. My mum had Singapore noodles, which was nice as a change, but I think the main appeal of that restaurant is it's an immersive experience. It's got a show, it's got belly dancers, it's got Moroccan dancers, it's got a Nawa show, it's got live singing and a band, and that was honestly spectacular. It was so immersive, so fun. You feel like you're transported into a different world whilst you're there. And there's automatic entry into the nightclub as well, so it's like Afro house, really cool music. So my recommendation, if you want to eat there, make sure you book a table for about 9:30 p.m. because the shows start at 9:30, 10 p.m. ish onwards until 1 a.m. and then the nightclub opens. So definitely experience that. It's pretty expensive, about 200 British pounds for drinks all night and food as well, so 2,000 dirham, but well worth the experience. So much fun and a great last evening. And I think with that being said, that is where I'm gonna end this one. So if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, check the playlists out. Also, if you want to see more from Marrakech, but as always, I'll see you in the next one.